Carson Brock coming to you from Austin, Texas today. We're here at Studio 71 West out here in Spicewood, Texas, and I'm here today to talk to you guys about my L.A. Sound Design pedal board. And yeah, I just wanted to do a brief explanation on it. And I've gotten a lot of questions over the past few years about what I use on my board and what kind of cables, odds and ends like that. So I figured I'd just do a rundown of my board today to show you guys what I'm actually using. And I've chose my Strat today because it can best represent all the tones that you can get on this board. And it took me a while to actually come up with a concept design for it, but once we had it all together and it was sewn up, it's probably one of the most accessible ways of playing live for me now, and it's very easy to use, and I can't thank Dave Phillips enough over at L.A. Sound Design for helping build this board. And also want to give a shout out to his friend Martin Goyeb, who built my output box on the board, which either lets me switch between 1 or 2 amps at a time. And I like to use a dual amp setup in stereo most of the time. And he put a polarity switch on there with 2 isolated buffers. And other than that, I'm just using a Shin-ei big one, just right on this Ampeg VT40 back here, just to boost the volume a bit. So anyway, I just wanted to do a run through of this board for y'all and hope you enjoy it. All right, thanks. So my main sound that I use pretty much over everything nowadays is this Shin's Music Dumbloid overdrive special pedal that is really incredible and does a great job. Then I kick a boost on with it. And this Chase Tone preamp actually sounds really great and gets it to do a Marshall-like sort of tone and gets it creamy. Then add some modulation. Here's some reverb. Add some delay. And here's this Lovepedal Believe high octave pedal. The other thing I have for modulation is a little bit of, it's sort of like a vibey chorus effect from Way Huge called the Blue Hippo. And then I go over to the other side of my loop, which is the fuzz face. And I keep it on a loop because I actually really like the sound of the fuzz face on its own without any pedals in front of it. And they're super temperamental about that sort of thing. So I can still retain the fuzz tone of the fuzz face itself just using a loop. So here's the sound of that. Then I have a Jetter Grissom that gives it a little bit of a volume boost. And here's this loop that I have for a sub-octave. And it also goes over to this Earthquaker Devices envelope filters type pedal. It's called the Spatial Delivery, and it kind of eliminates my wah needs because it's really sensitive to how hard you pick. And I really like the sensitivity part of that. So here's a little bit of that. So that's that. And then here's the Chicago Iron Octavian. And then I have a Dunlop Crybaby Q-Zone that kind of has a cocked wah sort of effect that I use for the lead-in for some songs. And here's what that is. And the only other pedal is this Dr.No Troy Van Leeuwen Octavia. Let's see, Octavia. And it sounds great, and as you can see, it has a heart on it, and people are always pretty freaked out by that, but it actually turns on, so there's more, more fun to be had from this thing.